Hello, lovelies. Welcome. All right, guys, this is weird and woo-woo, okay? Where we're all weird and get a little woo-woo, okay? We're going to tap in for a brief message. Just as a reminder, you are the sovereign being of your life. And on this channel, it is expected that you will use your discernment on if, when, how this message applies, okay? So we never Cinderella it to make it fit. Now, I know that in a lot of my readings, I shuffle and talk and process through the cards with you for the sake of brevity and being able to get certain messages, some daily messages out to you. I will be pulling the cards ahead of time to get started on the message. And in that way, saving time. Like, we all have a busy life, right? And sometimes there's just a message that needs to come across. And we don't need to be delving in for an hour. Now, that doesn't mean we still won't have my long messages where we just kind of sit down and go back and forth with spirit. We will still have all of that, but we're also going to focus on some quick messages as well. Okay, so I pulled from the Messenger Oracle deck first. We got the time to reflect, let go of the old, and have courage. And I had to sit with those energies first. And I'm going to be honest with you, the time to reflect, the more I sat with it, I felt like I was sitting with myself and having to come to terms with something. Like there's something there that either somebody's, again, obviously somebody's not willing to let go of. Time to let go of the old. But it's almost like feeling like also justifying not letting go, or it kind of feels like an acknowledgement or a self, like being honest with the self about something. Okay? And what that is doing or what it's creating in your life at this moment. But somebody's just not, there's like a lack of acknowledgement and taking accountability or just saying, yeah, it's true. Yeah, I see it. I know. You know, without any of the fluff, right? Without any of the, oh, but this or oh, but that. When I felt into the energy of somebody just kind of sitting there, it's really about getting honest with yourself and seeing a grudge or a chip, like a chip on your shoulder, or something that you're carrying with you, that you just won't let go of, right? Even to the effect, like, I don't feel that as if this is something that you haven't moved through, so it's kind of odd that you would still hold the grudge, but it does feel like the fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me type of situation. And this can be something like a grudge or a chip that you hold towards somebody else, towards a situation in your life, towards yourself, towards spirit, you know, kind of like, yeah, I ain't gonna forget that. No, I'm not gonna forget that. And even like, it could be a memory. Like, that's why I was like, it was coming up like, yeah, but I remember it. Like, I'm not gonna forget that, right? So there's something that you're carrying with you that spirit's like, but you need to let go of that. Now hear me out, okay? I pulled a couple clarifying cards from New Era Elements just to kind of like get an idea of what it is specifically that you were needing to let go of, right? And they said, whatever this is, and they gave me the Page of Swords, which is a lot like, the Page of Swords is the curious energy, the gathering of the information, the investigating of knowledge and things like that, right? And so they're mixed, combined with the Death card, right? It feels as if like holding this is killing your curiosity. It's killing joy, and it's keeping you uncertain, uncommitted, they just said. And there's this need to investigate and let go because there's something to gain from doing so. But I feel like you somebody has cut off their, it's connected to your inner child, the curiosity of something. I won't let myself go there because I remember. I remember though. There's just certain things that you're like, yeah, but I can't unknow something. It almost feels like a little bit of knowledge, and so it stops you. And that is what I feel like is your excuse, I'll call it. Yeah, but I can't unknow this. I can't unsee it. I can't undo the memory. It is what it is. It did happen. It is something, you know, whether with a person, situation, circumstance, yourself, like something that you know about yourself where you're like, some realization. So even if you've moved through it, it's kind of like, you know, I think this goes into the realm of you thinking that that is your level of wisdom. Because remember, around here, we say wisdom is applied discernment. Or applied knowledge, sorry. It's using your discernment to apply that knowledge appropriately, right? That's what wisdom is. And so it's preventing you from gaining something. And so I moved over to having courage, and of course, the Strength card came out. Can you see that? The Hermit card, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. Now I got energy from the Hermit, and then I wanted to get a little bit more. This is just to kind of get an understanding, right, of the Hermit a little bit more. I'll pull this up. And what I got from that is whatever this is that you can't let go, it's inhibiting you from taking steps, right, that really align with you, that feel right to you. So there may be something that it's like, it may be a path that you feel drawn to, or maybe steps that you know you need to take, but you are hesitant. It may be something that would be very fulfilling to you, something that is true to your inner child, true to the core of you, but there's a memory, there's a situation, there's something that kind of it's like like holding a grudge of going that direction. And it keeps you isolated as a result. You know what I mean? Like, it keeps you isolated. And they're asking you to kind of like have the courage to connect again. To become connected to your existence, to the world around you, to things, to ideas, to connect again, to feel again, to love something again. Okay? And that clarity is going to come from this curiosity. So what this hesitancy to take a step towards, because I remember, because I've got a chip, because I'm holding on to something from the past, a memory. It's like, it's kept you very confused. And the only way that you're going to get out of that confusion and receive clarity is if you follow the inspiration, if you follow your curiosity, if you investigate and look into with potential again, right? Which includes action. And that action is the act of letting go. It's this is where I think that they want to give you a little bit of discernment, okay? Because you've gained knowledge from a situation, from a memory, from an interaction, something, and your application of that is not wise. And so they're trying to give you a little bit of a clue as to how to appropriately apply your past experience. And to see that using that as the excuse, the chip, the bargaining chip for not taking steps is actually not wise on your part, and that's not appropriate discernment. You're not seeing something clearly, and you're not, it's holding you back. And it is creating, especially if you've had difficulty with your third eye, it is the thing that's creating the uncertainty and the confusion for you. And I felt drawn to pull a little bit more on the Hermit. And of course we got deception. And basically what they're saying is this memory, this fear, it's funny because I feel it as a memory, but I don't feel it as a fear. I feel it as something that you can't unknow, but I don't feel like this welling up. You think you're applying this appropriately. You think that you're like, you know what, I learned my lesson. I'm gonna do it. And it's not, you need a little bit more information so you can have the appropriate discernment. Because basically what they're saying is you can't fear deception either from others, spirit, or yourself. So it's almost as if it's like, I won't let that happen again. I learned my lesson. I know, like I don't know if you felt delusional when something occurred, but you're like, yeah, I get it. I'm not going to do that again. I won't make the same mistake. I'll da-da-da-da. But it's actually, that's the grudge. That's the chip. Is the refusal to let deception. So there is something that you need to move forward on, that you need to have courage, which is whatever this thing is, it would connect and make you feel connected again, basically. It'd make you feel inspiration or love towards something. This could be taking action in career. This could be like allowing yourself to date again. This could be following a particular intuitive nudge, and you're like, ooh, I had something just like that before. You know, it's like I'm not closing myself off to intuition, but I had something like that before. And this is kind of like, it may be too eerily similar. And you're like, no, I did that exact thing before. I'm not going to do it. I know better now. I'm good. And they're like, yeah, you need to put that down. You need to let go of that. Because it happened once in a particular scenario does not mean that it's always going to happen exactly that way. And you think that it is being smarter this time, that you're not going to deceive yourself, or you know, last time that happened, I really thought it was spirit telling me this and things didn't work out. There's no way that was spirit. So when it shows up again, no. It's just keeping you from being connected, feeling and loving something again, and being curious. And it's keeping you from gaining something. That's what I want to say. But most importantly, it is absolutely keeping your third eye blocked. So do with this information what you will. I do hope that it has found who it's meant for. And I hope that this gives you a little level of discernment in regards to something that you've been dealing with here, especially in regards to your third eye and your uncertainty and your isolation. But this is the message from Spirit, and I will see you all again later.